Lesson 2-3, Factors and Factor Pairs. Your focus is to be able to create arrays and write equations, for you to review the meaning of factors and products and to find factor pairs, and to use those equations and the knowledge of multiplication and division to find factor pairs for any given number. First, let's look at our mental math and fluency. 7 times 4. 28. 4 times 5, 20. And 3 times 6, 18. Remember to practice these facts every night so that you become almost automatic with your responses with these multiplication facts. List all the multiplication facts you know that equal 14. You can use counters to make arrays for 14 if you need help, like you worked on yesterday. And again, I'm hoping that you're remembering what I have told you and taught you, that we start with the number 1 first. So 1 times 14 is 14. Now we go to the next number, which is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. And we continue to go up. Is 3 times anything 14? No. Is 4 times anything 14? No. 5 times anything 14? No. And now we're back up to 7. So 7 times 2 is 14. So we know we have all 4 numbers that equal 14 in order to get 14. 1, 2, 7, and 14. Remember, the 2 numbers that we use to get 14 are called factors, and the answer itself of 14 is called the product. So 1 times 14 and 2 times 7 was 14. So which numbers again for review are factors? 1 and 14, 2 and 7. Which numbers are products? The answers, 14 and 14. List all the whole number factor pairs for 18. So again, we're starting with the number 1 times 18. And if you need to use your counters, go ahead and do that and make arrays. Is 2 times anything 18? 2 times 9 is 18. Is 3 times anything 18? 3 times 6 is 18. Is 4 times anything 18? Well, 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times 5 is 20. So no, 4 is not a factor of 18. Is 5 times anything 18? Well, no, because anything multiplied by 5 has to either end in a 5 in the ones place or end in a 0 in the ones place. And then we're back up to the number 6. So these are all my factor pairs for 18. So again, 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6, not factors, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and all the way up until after 17 is our beginning number 18. So let's take a look at finding factor pairs. If there are 20 red circles in this array, drag the blue point to help you find the factors of 20 and list them in the boxes. Well, you can't really do that because you can't touch it and move it around, so I'm going to help you and do it with you. Well, 1 times 6 is not 20. Well, let's look. Is 2 times anything, 20. Well, 2 times 6 is 12, but possibly I know that 2 times 5 is 10, so 4 times 5 would be 20. And again, 2, if I can drag this correctly, times 10 would be 20, which can be shown this way, 10, because our rows goes first, times 2, or 2 times 10 going this way. So we know 2 and 10 are, 1 and 20 is, 3 times nothing is 20, because 3 times 7 is 21, and 3 times 6 is 18. 4 times 5 we already did. So our factors are 1, 2, and 1 times 20 was 20, and 2 times 10 was 20, and 4 times 5 was 20. So our factors are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Finding factor pairs. Please go to Math Journal page 39. On this page it says, write equations to help you find all the factor pairs of each number below. Use dot arrays if needed. So this time you are not going to use your counters. So your equations would look like this for number 20. 1 times 20 equals 20. That's an equation. 2 times 10 equals 20. And notice we're just repeating the work that we've done from the previous slide or recording. 4 times 5 equals 20. And then you also can do its reverse. Instead of 2 times 10 equals 20, you could do 10 times 2 equals 20. Instead of 1 times 20 equals 20, you could do 20 times 1 equals 20. And instead of 4 times 5, you do its reverse, which is just 5 times 4 equals 20. So what are all the factor pairs? Well, we have 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. So please complete this page. If you're struggling at all, come back and ask myself, Mrs. Voorhees, or the para who's in the room. And if not, go ahead and check it in the answer key when you are finished. If the book is busy, I'm going to scroll down this real quick. Remember, you can always pause the recording and look at the answers, but here is the work that we already did for number 20. There is the work for 16 through 27, and here is 32 with the written answer for number 2. These next few slides that I'm forwarding on is showing you the pages that are used for the game Factor Captor, which we have already played. And we'll be playing again next week. So let's do these mentally. So this is working up your mental ability for answering these questions. 5 times 8 equals what? If you need to get out a chart or something to help you, initially you may, but you really should be studying these so you know these answers by now. So 5 times 8 is 40. Whenever you see a blank spot, you should ask yourself what. So 2 times what equals 16? 8. What times 7 equals 21? 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3. So 3 times 7 is 21. 9 times what equals 81? 9 times 9. And 8 times 3 equals what? 24. Again, as you've noticed in all my recordings, multiplication and knowing your multiplication facts is really important in 4th grade, and actually will be from here on out in your whole mathematical career. So you must be studying those 10 minutes a night so that you become fluent and no longer need to use the chart or anything else, repeated addition, to help you come up with those answers. You are going to go to math boxes on page 40 of your math journal. As you can tell, this is the first part that we just did together previously. You need to do 2 through math boxes 2 through 6. When completed, go check it in the math journal. If at any point you're struggling and you're still not understanding, please stop back and ask for help. Pause the tape and do that now. If the math journal is busy, again, here are your answers. I'm going to scroll down slowly, but remember, at any point you can pause to check your answers. If you're not subtracting right, please step back so I can explain to you what you're doing wrong so you know how to do that for the rest of the year. This was a straight edge, remember? When it asks you to use a straight edge, it's just a ruler or something that has a definite straight line. Remember to draw this right angle. You must have that right angle symbol in there. And look at that you have the arrows on the end of your rays that are joined. So, right equations. This is your Math Masters, page 59, that you need to come get. Write equations for the number. And they already showed you once again how to do that. You must finish 9, 10, 17 through 40. And please do the practice at the bottom of the page. Again, if the answer key is busy and there's a lot, I am going to scroll down and show you the answers. But remember to do this on your own, because if this is significant enough that you are practicing it, during lesson 2-3, you probably are going to be looking at an assessment showing that you can do this. So pause the tape now if you need to once again before I show you the answers. Please step back and ask for help if you're not understanding this. So here are the answers for 9 through 17. Pause it if you need it to be there longer. Here are your answers for 40, and then the practice answers at the bottom. Adding and subtracting big numbers is huge and must be mastered in 4th grade. So again, if you're having any problem with those, step back and I will gladly help you.